Buddhist secret, 5 minutes a day to heal from within. In the rhythm of modern life, people are drifting further and further away from silence. We race against time, drowning ourselves in the whirlpool of work, responsibility, and countless material temptations. When the body is exhausted, we hurriedly seek medicine, technology, or external treatments. Yet the more we heal, the more tired we become. The more we seek, the more we feel deprived. It seems that the farther we go, the more we lose the path back to ourselves. And yet, deep in the forests, where the sound of birds merges with the wind, where monks live simply beneath trees and beside springs, there has existed another path for thousands of years. This path does not rely on medicine, nor on complex techniques, nor on the noisy promises of commerce. It is a Buddhist ritual lasting only 5 minutes, brief but profound, simple yet sacred. Those 5 minutes are enough for the body to initiate its self-healing, enough for the mind to return to stillness, and enough for the soul to find an anchor. This is not a modern technique but a return to ancient wisdom tested by time and preserved in remote forests, mountains, and monasteries. The journey you are about to read is not merely a collection of practices but an invitation. An invitation to step through a silent doorway and discover that, in just 5 minutes, you can touch a completely different life, one of peace, mindfulness, and freedom. This 5-minute ritual we speak of does not originate in laboratories nor from scientific research. It was born in the deep forests of Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, and northern Thailand, where wandering monks chose a simple life, detached from material comforts, untouched by cities, and deeply attuned to nature. They slept beneath trees, meditated with the wind, faced snakes, wild animals, and the harsh loneliness of the wilderness. Yet within that environment, they discovered a simple truth: the human body possesses the ability to heal itself if given back silence and a reconnection to the natural rhythm of life. This ritual was not transmitted through books but through presence. When a disciple was ready, the master did not lecture endlessly nor offer a complex formula. He simply breathed, made a gesture, or spoke a few words. Do this every morning, and you will understand what your body has never forgotten. Within that simplicity lies a depth beyond all theories. What makes the ritual sacred is that it touches where modern medicine cannot reach. Medicine can measure blood pressure, diagnose illness, prescribe treatments, but it is powerless before the invisible imbalances of the soul. This ritual goes straight to the root, the breath, the heartbeat, energy, and presence. In Buddhist philosophy, illness does not begin in the body alone but in the mind. When the breath loses its rhythm, when energy drifts from balance, when one loses harmony with the present, the seeds of illness are already sown, long before the body shows signs. The 5-minute ritual does not treat the surface but returns us to the root. It teaches us to stop resisting, stop forcing, and begin to listen and release. The sacred nature of the ritual lies not in its form but in the idea of returning. Returning to oneself, to nature, and to the rhythm of life that has always been. That is why, even after centuries, the ritual has retained its power. It does not belong to one religion, but to humanity itself. We often think that change requires time, hours of training, months of therapy, or years of discipline. But this ritual requires only 5 minutes. Why? First, 5 minutes is enough to take the body out of stress mode and activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for recovery and self-healing. As we breathe slowly, the heart rate drops, blood pressure lowers, and the body enters rest mode. In those 5 minutes, millions of cells receive the signal: the danger is gone. Now is the time to heal. Second, 5 minutes is too short for the ego to resist. If asked to meditate for an hour, the mind will invent excuses: too busy, too distracted, not patient enough. But 5 minutes, the length of a song, a short bus ride, leaves no excuse. You simply begin, and by the time you finish, change has already happened. More importantly, these 5 minutes are not about quantity of time but quality of presence. One conscious breath has more power than hundreds of unconscious ones. 5 minutes lived fully in the present outweighs 5 hours lost in distraction. The ritual chooses 5 minutes not by accident but out of wisdom. It is short enough to maintain daily, long enough to shift physiology and psychology. Over time, those 5 minutes grow into a habit, then into a way of life, until finally, we live not just 5 minutes of healing but an entire life of peace. The 5-minute ritual is not showy, nor does it resemble a grand religious ceremony. It is so simple that anyone, anywhere, can practice it. No incense, no bells, no elaborate prayers. Only breath, hands, imagination, and presence. And within that simplicity lies the sacred. For the sacred does not rest in outward form but in inner depth. A simple gesture, if performed with reverence, is more sacred than 100 hollow rituals. This ritual reaches dimensions that science cannot measure: vibrations in the bone marrow, light within cells, serenity within the heart. It taps gently on hidden doors, where memory, pain, wounds, and hope lie. Forest monks have practiced it for centuries. They did not need laboratories to prove its effect, for their direct experience was proof. When the body no longer struggles, when the mind stops resisting, when presence returns, healing happens by itself. The sacredness of the ritual lies not in producing instant miracles but in being patient, steady, and reaching the roots. Like sunlight nourishing plants invisibly, the ritual nourishes our body and mind little by little until one day we realize we have changed. The ritual unfolds in 4 steps, each a doorway deeper into healing. Step 1. The opening breath. Sit upright, hands on stomach. Inhale through the nose for 4 counts, hold for 2, exhale through the mouth for 6. With every exhale, imagine gray mist, stress and worry, leaving the body. This is purification. Step 2. The sacred chalice gesture. Cup your hands together like a bowl, thumbs touching, resting at the navel. This symbolizes readiness to receive. Whisper inwardly, I am ready to receive the healing I already carry within. Step 3. The golden light visualization. Close your eyes. Imagine a golden light descending gently, entering through your crown, flowing down the throat, heart, stomach, and feet. The light cleanses, restores, and nourishes every cell. Step 4. The energetic leap. Place your right hand over the heart, left hand over the stomach. Whisper, I am healed. I am light. I am alive. Smile softly and remain in silence for 30 seconds. These steps are not just actions. They are symbols, bridges between body and mind. The breath purifies, the gesture opens, the light nourishes, the affirmation anchors. Together, they form a complete ritual. The effects go beyond relaxation. They reshape the nervous system, awaken immunity, and balance hormones. Many feel warmth spreading, as if a heavy cloak has been lifted. The mind quiets, sleep deepens, fatigue dissolves. Some feel physical pain ease, as if the body has begun to repair itself. Most of all, the ritual awakens a sense of connection. Connection with body, with nature, with something greater than oneself. Call it energy, soul, or divinity, the experience is the same, a silent current holding and healing us. Silence is not just the absence of sound but a state of presence. In silence, we face ourselves, our fears, anger, unnamed worries. Yet instead of being swept away, we observe and release. Silence is the foundation of inner strength. It teaches patience, slows reactions, and nurtures listening. In relationships, silence filled with understanding is more powerful than advice. In the relationship with ourselves, silence is the deepest medicine. Wise sages always return to silence. Socrates, Lao Tzu, the Buddha, though from different cultures, taught that only when the mind is still can truth be seen. The 5-minute ritual is a bridge into that silence. Each practice is a rebirth. Rebirth is not an external miracle but an inner shift. It begins with release, letting go of the past, of worry, of rigid beliefs. When we release, the heart opens. When the heart opens, life flows in. Rebirth is a return to our original freedom, clarity, and vitality. At first, transformation is subtle: better sleep, calmer reactions. But over time, it spreads, shaping how we live, see others, and love. We are reborn not just for ourselves but for the peace we bring to the world. The 5-minute ritual is more than a healing practice. It is an invitation to return. Return to the breath, the body, the present. In those 5 minutes, we are reminded, peace is not far away but here, in this moment. Through 7 stages, we have seen the full picture, from ancient origins, to simplicity, the 4 steps, the effects, the silence, and finally, rebirth. All unite into one simple truth: healing does not require much, only a return. 5 minutes, so small, yet with perseverance, it can change a lifetime. And when we live in that rebirth, we are not only healthier but fuller, like a new being, serene and free.
Thank you for watching until the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to watch more interesting videos.